On September 7, 1191, during the Third Crusade, the Battle of Arsuf unfolded, a decisive Crusader victory under King Richard I of England against a far larger Ayyubid force commanded by Saladin. The clash came shortly after the Crusaders' capture of Acre, as Richard led his army south toward Jaffa. Determined to block them, Saladin prepared his forces for a confrontation near the coastal town of Arsuf. After securing Acre, Richard recognized Jaffa's strategic value as a gateway to Jerusalem. In August 1191, he began a cautious coastal march, his right flank shielded by the sea and supported by a fleet carrying supplies and serving as a refuge for the wounded. Remembering the disastrous Crusader defeat at Hattin, Richard ensured constant access to water and rotated infantry to withstand both heat and enemy harassment. His army advanced in tight formation, 12 cavalry regiments at the core, infantry shielding the landward side, and crossbowmen guarding the flanks. By early September, Saladin realized that light harassment would not halt Richard's progress. He committed his full force, about 25,000 troops, mainly cavalry and horse archers, supported by Bedouin and Sudanese infantry. Richard's army numbered 10,000 infantry and 1,200 heavy cavalry, with the disciplined Templars leading the vanguard and the Hospitallers protecting the rear. Saladin planned to strike as the Crusaders passed through the dense wood of Arsuf, where his movements could be concealed. The battle began with waves of arrows and javelins, followed by swift-mounted strikes. Crossbowmen returned fire, but Richard's priority was to maintain formation until the perfect moment for a counterattack. Saladin concentrated his efforts on the rear guard, where the Hospitallers came under crushing pressure, losing formation and ground. At a critical point, Garnier de Nablus, commander of the Hospitallers, urged Richard to launch a counterattack. Initially refused, the Hospitaller Marshal and Knight Baldwin Locarin nevertheless charged, crying, "St. George!" French knights quickly followed. Realizing the momentum, Richard ordered a full assault. Infantry opened lanes for the cavalry, unleashing a devastating charge that smashed through Saladin's right wing, whose dismounted archers were cut down in large numbers. The sudden shift from defense to all-out attack stunned Saladin's army. Chronicler Baha al-Din described the collapse of Saladin's center and left, leaving only a few guards and a lone drummer by the Sultan's standard. Richard paused to regroup, preventing the enemy from rallying, then ordered a final charge that drove the Ayyubids into the surrounding hills and forest. The Ayyubids lost about 7,000 men, including 32 emirs, while Crusader losses were fewer than 700. The victory at Arsuf broke Saladin's immediate momentum, boosted Crusader morale, and secured Jaffa. Though Jerusalem remained beyond reach, the battle reshaped the strategic balance in the Holy Land and paved the way for the Treaty of Jaffa, granting Christian pilgrims access to the Holy City. The Battle of Arsuf remains a vivid example of Richard the Lionheart's discipline, patience, and mastery of battlefield timing.